Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another Transformers review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Studio Series 86 Transformers the movie Perceptor, and he looks very happy. I like how happy he looks. Yeah, just got mine in today, so big thanks to Phil over at Robot Recruits for getting this out to me so quickly. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this. I know I've just reviewed the X-Transbots Perceptor, but honestly, I love Perceptor so much that I will take any version of him, so I had to get this as well. But as always, let's take a look around the box before we do anything else. And yeah, as I said, he looks very happy. I like how happy he looks. That's a keeper, that one, that artwork. You can kind of see some of him. These window boxes are getting smaller and smaller, but yeah, it's not a huge issue. Let's see, it's from the only movie that counts. I know, I jest, and he is Perceptor. 86 on that side, more happiness. Some product shots on the back, more happiness. 86 is number 11 from 86. This is confusing, isn't it? Did anybody else find this confusing? Just me? Okay, that's fine. Guff on the bottom, Transformers the movie on the top. That's it for the box, so let me crack him open and we'll take a closer look. Right, so here's Perceptor out of his box, and first impressions, he's not bad. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I quite like him. Now I will say I have literally just taken him out of the box. I'm going to do this sort of first impressions bit first. That's too many firsts. And then I'm going to go away and I'll have a little bit of a play with him, and then I'll come back for the transformation. Trying to do these things a little bit differently now, trying to just sort of tighten everything up a bit, so yeah, bear with me. So right, let's do what we always do though and have a look, see what he comes with. And he does of course come with the instruction booklet. Yay! He's got instructions. Woohoo! I know, but you know, I was missing one recently, so there you go. Grey and red, but you know, just that doesn't look right. What's going on here? What's this? Okay, that's somebody having some fun, isn't it? What the hell? Okay. Is this a unique riding mode? Is this him? Is this in readiness for sludge? Is he gonna ride sludge or something? I mean, yeah, all right, Hasbro. Fine. Oh, he does come with a backing piece. Oh, crikey, what is this now? It's obviously Cybertron. I can't work out where that is. Somebody will tell me. And he's number 8611. And it's got 86 on that side. And, yeah, I can't work out where that is. Or is that... Oh, no, that's Autobot City, isn't it? Gotta be. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what I did yesterday. I've explained this before. Anywho, let's have a look. Oh yes, and he comes with his blaster, which after today he will never use again. I know, it's just I don't like Perceptor with a weapon. It doesn't feel right to me because he's a scientist, and it just kind of feels a bit weird to me. Funnily enough, it doesn't bother me with Shockwave. Yeah, there you go. Maybe it's because it's built into him, he doesn't have a choice with it, but yeah, I'm just not massively keen on Perceptor having on. But I mean, it looks quite good. It's just done in the red plastic, there's no paint on it or anything, but it looks alright. It's a bit of flash in there I'll have to take off, but yeah, it's alright, it's quite nice. So he's got that, and that's all he has. That's it. They don't come with much these days, do they? But yeah, now I will say one thing right away before I say anything else. This whole chest section that will turn into the bed of the microscope mode, the whole thing is clear plastic, and that terrifies me because I've just tried to move it down. It is really tight on that pin, and I am really, really quite worried that that's just going to break off. So fair warning, if you're going to pick up this figure, just make sure you are careful with this piece because it is all clear plastic. So right, with that out of the way, let's have a look at him. Now, as I said, I have just recently reviewed the X-Transport version, and I was kind of worried about the face on the Hasbro official because I'm not massively keen on the silver, but I have to say, in hand, it looks better than I was expecting. I would have preferred that he had a smile. I don't really care for the way he looks here. He looks a bit sort of grumpy, and especially since they put the smiley version of him on the box. It would have been nice if they'd done that, you know, in the figure, but oh, they didn't. I mean, it still looks better than a Titans Returns version, let's face it. This is definitely the best Perceptor I think we've ever had, the official. But yeah, it looks quite nice. The blue for the eyes is nice as well. I think it's metallic. It does look like it's metallic. But the rest of it is basically just cast in the colours that you see. So it's red, the nice sort of... It's not quite baby blue, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's a pastel blue. And what did I say? Red, pastel blue and black. So yeah, but they all look really nice. And it is a G1E figure, so there aren't that many details, and I'm fine with that because I always like for my figures to look like they've just walked off the cartoon, so I'm okay with that. So. And yes, you can do the stupid tank mode. God. I don't even know where that came from. Does anybody know where that came from? Can you do it with the original? I can't remember. I've got mine upstairs. I forgot to bring it down. Yeah. Anyway, you can do it. He's got a big hole in his back. Ah! Get my finger in there. What the hell? Is mine missing something? Should there be one there? Kind of looks like it. Looks like I'm missing something on there. Just a second. Excuse me, I am entertaining a frog that doesn't want to leave my throat. Okay, I'll have to check the instructions because it kind of looks like there should be something there, no? Anyway. But yeah, the rest of him looks pretty good. Yeah, he does have the dials on his arms, and they are painted. They're painted a sort of a pearlescent white. Hello, I've seen that white before. That's the white they've been using on the Power Rangers Lightning collection. the metallic ones that I've just been getting, that's the exact same white. I need some of that white. I hadn't noticed it on the chest. It's sort of, you can see it more on there for some reason. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so he looks pretty good. Just bear with me for 2 seconds while I check the instructions about that hole in his back. Nope, it is there. That's a bit, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I know I'm not going to have him that way around on my shelf, but if I have him at any other angle than straight on, no, I don't suppose it's too noticeable. I just, I mean, would it have killed them to put a flap there? Really? Little one? Oh well, it is what it is. Anywho, let's have a look at his articulation. I don't know what his head's on, but you don't really get much out of it. You get a little bit. You can rotate a bit. It's very stiff, my one. You can sort of get a little bit side to side, but not too much. You can't look up at all, and you can't look down. It's a bit of a bummer. The arms do rotate, and they go up and down on a ball joint. Rotation at the bicep, although that on both of those actually it's quite loose. It's not much in the way of friction going on there. He's got 90 degrees at the elbow, It doesn't have anything at the wrists, sadly. Would have been nice if it had a bit of rotation. I mean, if you want to, you can use the transformation joint. They can move inwards a little bit, which is actually doesn't look too bad on him. And yeah, he's got a big hole, but you know, used to that, aren't we? He's got rotation at the waist. His legs can kick out that far to the front, which is quite a ways actually. That far to the back, also very far. That looks really uncomfortable. There's a whole bunch of stuff you could do with that. Ow. They go that far out to the side. He has the upper, I was going to say bicep again, thigh rotation. Yes, he does have that horrible, you know, broken leg thing. I mean, obviously it's not for this mode, but you know. He does have actually quite a deep knee bend. And his little tootsies go up and down a little bit. And he has an ankle tilt. There's nothing else, there's no rotation down there. So yeah, that's about it. Now, something for me that I have noticed recently with the 86 figures, I don't know if anybody else has noticed it. Maybe it's just me being overly critical. But this hip thing, this really wide hip thing, what is going on with that? I noticed it on Wreck-Gar, and now we've got it here on Perceptor as well. It just kind of, it looks a bit weird to me. But it might just be me, because, you know, the shelf that I've got these on is eye level, so every time I walk in and out of my bedroom, it's there, because my figures are in the room next to my bedroom, which I have to walk through to get to it. So, yeah, it's just sort of an eye level shelf, and every day I walk past it, and, well, I walk past Wreck-Gar, and I think, what is with those hips? But, yeah, I mean, I suppose if that's the way it's going, that's the way it's going. We've got to give up something for, you know, cartoon authenticity, I guess. You know, it's there. It's not a big deal. I just, you know, I would have liked it to be a bit thinner. I don't, yeah. But anyway, there he is. Let's see him with, well, I mean, the only other Perceptor I have to hand, and that is the X-Transbots one. So, there you go. That gives you a general idea of the difference. I mean, I still think this is amazing. I love this so much, although the arms drop down. I need to sort that out. It's just the way I've had him stored. I haven't had a chance to put him on the shelf yet. But, yeah, you get an idea. I would have liked the hips to be a bit more in line with the waist, is all I'm saying. You know, they look like they just sort of stick out for no reason. But, yeah, I love this so much. It's got its issues, but I love it. Do have a look at that review. You know, if you're in a mind to, because it is quite long, but I do try and go into as much detail as possible with that. I won't be transforming that for the microscope mode, I'm afraid, because it's I don't want to break it. I know, but I've been lucky thus far, and I really don't want to break it. So, all right, so I'm gonna go and have a little play with Perceptor, and I will be gone for I don't know how long, but for you, I will be right back. So I am back, and I wasn't gone that long after all. But before we get to the transformation, I thought we would take a look at the Titans Return version. Well, actually, this is the Takara Legends version. This is the one I got from Japan. I don't know how much it differs from the Hasbro version, so yeah, you'll have to just bear in mind that this is the Japanese version. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's a lot different. I mean, this one kind of has the spirit of Perceptor, but this one definitely looks more screen accurate for sure. The one thing, well, there were two things that I really dislike about this figure. First, it's a headmaster. Yeah, I don't like figures that aren't headmasters being headmasters, but that's me. That's totally a thing for me. But I think the problem for me comes with the face itself, because it's so pinched. It just, I mean, look, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but you get what I'm saying. The face is pinched, whereas on the new Studio Series figure, I mean, that's definitely Perceptor. Even though he does look a bit unhappy, it's definitely Perceptor. But you get the idea. I just thought I'd bring it down so we could just have a quick look and just see how they look side by side. This is a huge upgrade. I'm keeping this one because it's still a Perceptor, but this is going to be my preferred Perceptor. Definitely going to be on my 86 shelf anyway. So let's pop this one out of the way for now. Let's just put that over there, and let's get to the transformation of this chap. Alright then, so first things first, what we're going to do is you want to rotate the head around, and then that big gap at the back, just going to rotate the head into that, like that, and it does click into place. I did find this quite funny because it kind of looks like another mushroom peg that you could just put another head on. Yeah, I know, it's the way my mind works. You should know this by now. I'm mental. Right, then what you're going to want to do is you are just going to want to unpeg the shoulders. So just pop that out, bring that down, and the same this side, pop that out, bring that down, and then you're going to rotate the barrel of the microscope down, and then this whole section's going to flip up. And then you see here, we're just going to raise this piece up, and it's a bit stiff. That bit there is going to go in that bit there, thusly. And then for the arms, what you're going to do here is, you see here, this bit, you're just going to bring that all the way down, and it will just sort of, it will pop into place. And then rotate the arms around so that you can see this massive gappage. Flip the fist in, and then you're going to rotate the whole thing up, and you see there's a slot here that's going to go here. So just bring the whole thing up, and then just slide that into there. You have to make sure it's lined up correctly. There we go, and that will just hold in there. And do the same the other side, so bring that down, raise that whole thing up, fold in the fist, slot that in, like so, and then we come down to the legs, and you want to rotate them forwards, like so, bring them out at the hip, and then bring them back in on this joint here, like so. Fold the little toes down, and then you're going to bring this microscope bed part down. Do you know I have a microscope? I can't tell you what this bit's called. You're going to bring the whole thing down, and there you go, just like so. And like I said earlier, you can see, hopefully you can see, that this whole thing is just clear plastic that's been painted over, and this bit here is where the pin goes through, and this does concern me slightly. It's okay, but I'd just pay it some mind. Just be mindful that it's plastic, clear plastic. Treat it a little bit gently, I think. And then lastly, you just fold the scope over, and there you go. That is Perceptor in his microscope mode, and that makes for a nice microscope mode, I think. I don't know what you guys think. I like it. I think it looks really nice. It's cartoon accurate as far as I can tell, you know. I mean, obviously it's going to take some liberties because it's a toy, but for the most part it looks good. It does look really good. He doesn't roll, he doesn't have any wheels, which is a shame because they have incorporated this tank mode, which I believe was just from the IDW comics. I don't know why they've done it. I certainly, for one, don't want it. I would have preferred that they put little rolling wheels on here so he could roll, because he did roll in the cartoon. But yeah, no, he doesn't roll. But that's just a personal bugbear. But for the most part, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good. No, none of the knobs turn. You can't focus. You can look through the scope. I don't know if we can do that. I'm probably not going to be able to do that very well. Let me see if I can. Then you get a sort of a general idea. You can look through it, but you can't see anything. It's you certainly can't focus. But yeah, I think minor bugbears aside, I think that looks pretty good. Let me just bring in the Titan's Return one, and we'll see what this 2 looks like together. Alright, so there's the TR one. You can see the scope on this one is much larger. As I said, I'm not gonna transform the X-Transports one. I've transformed it a couple of times. I really don't want to do it again. Which doesn't say much for the figure. It's not that it's easily breakable, it's just that I'm cack-handed. So yeah, we'll keep it to the simple ones, and I think this is better anyway, because these are 2 relatively new figures together. So yeah, you get the idea. I think we definitely get a better microscope mode on the new 86 figure. I think this looks a lot better. The only thing I think is slightly better on the Titan's Return one is the legs do actually sort of tab in, so you've got that bit where they just tab in there. So that holds everything in place. But I've got to say that it's not, you know, it's not going to sort of, it's not going to mistransform itself. Nothing is loose on it, really. So yeah, but you get the idea. That's sort of the 2 of them together. Yep. So there is, of course, one more thing you can do with the 86 one, and you can put it into the tank mode, which I've already stated I don't really care for, but we'll do it anyway. Now with this one, you just want to rotate the legs around this way, like so, and then you've got a hole here and a peg here, and you're just going to rotate those 2 pieces up so they're together, and then just plug them in. That one goes in there, same on the other side. That one goes in there. Is that in right? Yeah, there we go. And then you angle that. I somehow, I think you have to. Is it that way? Something like that. I think that's it, isn't it? So it looks like a sort of, yeah, that's it. I hate that. I think it looks awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you like it. I do apologise, but I hate it. I think it looks awful. I don't think Perceptor should even have this mode. It just, no. He's not a bot of destruction. He's a creator, not a destroyer. So I'm going to get him out of that because I absolutely hate it. Let's bring that back round. So he's doing what he's meant to be doing. He's being a scientist. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a brilliant recreation. It's got limitations because it's a mainline toy for, I mean, I'm not going to say a cheap price point because they are creeping up in price again, but it's, you know, considerably cheaper than a Masterpiece version, obviously. So for the price, yeah, I think it's pretty good. It does what it's meant to do. It looks like Perceptor, and it you know, it's got a decent microscope mode. I like it. Now, if you would like to get one of these, I got mine from Robot Recruits. Do go check out their site. Oh, I should also say that you can store this doodad in the back here. You just put that in there. Or you can put it in any other holes, 5mm ports. Yes, sorry. Yeah, do check out Robot Recruits and pick one up from there if you would like to get one, because they give brilliant service. Honestly, the best online store I have ever bought from, and I don't say that lightly. You know me, I tell you the truth. If I thought they were bad, I would tell you, but no, they're amazing. Do go check them out. They got loads of other Transformers, Zoids, Hexagear, anything. If you're into model kits, go check it out. But I think that's about it for Perceptor. Yeah, really happy with him. Brilliant little figure. So, as always, thank you for watching. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.